my story. Our story. What is the reason, you ask? The story needs to be told, and if there is no one left to tell it, its meaning will be lost. Why now, you ask, when all lies shattered around us? Yes, you are right. But we are at the end of times, and when something ends, something else begins. So my story might yet live on in this world. They gave me different names. They called me the hero, the one who sacrificed everything to save the people and the land. They called me the destroyer, who betrayed the trust of all races and brought the end of times. I am both, and I am neither. I want you to hear me, see through my eyes, understand the reasons for the things I have done. And before I pass from this world, I need to be judged. I need you to judge me.
Welcome everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be beginning a let's play of a game called The Tower of Time. This looks like an action RPG game with some sort of like time dilation effect. We'll see how it plays out when we actually get into the game. I don't know anything about it really aside from the intro movie that we just watched, so let's see what this is all about. We'll play on normal for now. I don't really know how to play the game yet.
Our land is dying, and we are dying with it. This was not always the case. Artara was once a place of wonder and beauty. The 5 races thrived in peace and harmony. Then, long ago, something happened. A cataclysm of unimaginable proportions. Something so disastrous, we don't even have a name for it. For when it destroyed our civilization, it took with it all knowledge of history. The past is now lost to us. Our future is uncertain. We are left trapped in a bleak and dismal present. The land itself is our enemy now. The weather extreme and unpredictable. Droughts persist for several weeks, followed by floods that wash everything away. Yet our gravest problem is the lack of sunlight. Storm clouds shroud our world in everlasting twilight. Without the sun, we are unable to grow food, and so we struggle to survive this dark world, a seemingly hopeless battle. I look back now to when I was a young boy, living on the fringe of the human domain. While hunting for food, I stumbled upon ruins uncovered by a recent earthquake. A bad omen, normally avoided. But this time, something drew me in.
Okay then. Intriguing. Also, the narrator is awesome sounding, like his voice. Alright, how do I do things? The entire morning passed without the sign of a single rabbit. Rarely was hunting so bad in the woods surrounding your village. It felt as if something unnatural lingered in the air. A frightening thought that sent a shiver down your spine as you slowed your pace and gazed through the trees to a scene of total devastation. The forest lay before you sundered, littered with jagged rocks and vast chasms. The aftermath of the earthquake 3 days past. Pushing back the impulse to flee home, you moved closer. The adults tell stories of the world regurgitating treasures from long ago. Just a look, you convinced yourself, your curiosity shortly rewarded by the sight of a large fissure emitting a dazzling blue light. Against your better judgment, you squeezed through the gap, leaving behind the world you've always known. What is this place? It looks like a different world. Perhaps I should turn back. The elders are very strict about the old stuff. If you come across anything strange that belongs to the old times, don't touch it. Don't press any buttons, don't take any crystals, come back and tell an adult immediately. Ugh, they're scared of their own shadows. It can't hurt to look around. Famous last words. I'm gonna turn the game sound down just a tiny bit. Actually, maybe not the music volume, that's actually good. The cinematic volume down just a tiny bit. See how that is. Alright. Moving on. Looks like it's click to move. Is there a highlight button? I guess we'll find out later. I don't think there's anything to highlight around here. The map. Ah, that's helpful. Just M. Yep. N is your mini map. L. Pressing all. I'm just pressing all the buttons to see what they do. Although, so far, it's only the 2 buttons that would do anything. So maybe we get more button access later. But for now, that's all we got. As you approach the statue, its eyes flicker with life and it speaks. Welcome to the sanctum of the first Magus. Please state your business. I just want to look around. The first Magus awaits you, ambassador, constable, representative of the king under the mountain. What? No, wait a second. I'm just a boy from the village. I was taking a look around and there was the sanctum guardians have been alerted. They will escort you to the administrative captain. Please do not be alarmed. Maybe I'll just go back the way I came. Please stay where you are and do not be alarmed. The sanctum guardians will escort you to the administrative captain. Resistance is not advised. You wait apprehensively for a moment, but nothing happens. Apparently the administrative guardians are a little late to the party. Oh. So we're not going that way. Below you lies a large throne room lined with immense luminescent crystals. As you peer over the edge and focus your attention on one of the larger blue crystals, a faint voice calls out, "Fear is the gatekeeper that turns back the masses. Have courage, your destiny beckons." Who are you? What is this place? Come to me. The time is nigh. A powerful desire to leap off the edge of this precipice to the throne far below washes over you. Sweat breaks across your brow as you force yourself back step by step. The voice vanishes, but the irresistible urge to reach the throne remains. You look around for a safe way down. Can I break some urns? Where's my standard RPG trope of breaking urns? Guess we're going this way. Just judging by the minimap, it looks to be the only way we're allowed to go. Also, we are a child. Do we not get to pick a class or anything like that? Is that money? I guess that's money. There are 3 moving things down there. That's not exactly a good sign. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. They're gigantic, though, compared to us. Ignore me. Why would you walk into the middle of them all? Look, a boy approaches. Another human after all this time, but a mere child. He doesn't have the skill to survive this place. And yet he has come this far. Perhaps he is ready. Ready? For what? This is all premature. He must develop the power, or else others will manipulate him. Yes, I sense it now. Are you capable, boy? Do you know magic? Magic? No, of course not. I'm just a hunter. A hunter? But of what, I wonder? Tell us. Do you always know where to aim your bow, even with your eyes shut? Enough. Leave him be. He doesn't understand. Besides, he poses no threat. Yet. Yes, let him pass. Let him see for himself. Very well. Go ahead, boy. Embrace your fate. Alright. Goodbye, golems. They're kind of cool looking golems, too. They're statues. Oh, they're... Okay, hang on. What button highlights things? You know what? There's probably like a hotkey menu. There we go. Attack is left mouse button, select is also left mouse button, reset attack target is right mouse button, slow in time is space, stance is T, damage label, So it doesn't look like there is a highlight all things button. First Magus Elthrador held office between 4 and 39 of the 5th era. Armor stand here too. A beautiful armor made of pure gold. It shines as if polished yesterday. rows upon rows of dust-covered books. You must tell the village elders about it. Perhaps they will not be mad at you then. There's a lot of books. First Magus Helenia held office between 152 and 202 of the 5th era. A pretty big gap between those two guys. Oh, this is 113 and 114 of the 5th era, and this is First Magus Audrus. Also, that is not a very long time to rule. 1 year? Things must have gone terribly wrong in that particular rule. Oh boy, you are still a child and yet you heard my call. How can this be? Tell me. I don't know, please, let me go. I'm scared, I just want to go home. Yes, I can sense your fear. But this fear does not rule your heart. There's something else. You are different, as I once was so long ago. You are inexperienced, your ability undeveloped, but there's no mistake. Such dormant, feral, raw power, an indisputable match. I don't understand. There is much to explain, and where I have the will, I do not possess the time. I grow weaker by the moment. It took all my strength to raise the tower again, and I must rest now. In time, you will forget this place. You will grow strong and skillful, and find a position in your world. For this, before I release you, I must entrust to you an insatiable desire to return. I feel strange. What are you doing to me? Someday, many days from now, you will return to this tower. Seek me in its depths, and on that day, when my power has recovered, we will talk again. Please, let me go. Forgive me, boy. You will come to understand, I promise. The memory of this meeting will vanish from your mind once you leave this place. You will return, as surely as a seedling reaches for the sun. Go now, run. This place is not safe for a child, even for you. Learn thyself, give thyself to the world as I have. Return when you are ready. Cool. And we're leaving, I guess. We ran away anyways. The beginning.
Descending the stairs led me to a crystal throne which glittered with swirling light. I felt strangely compelled to approach and sit. As I took my place upon it, a sudden torrent of light enveloped me. The illumination overwhelmed my senses. I grew nauseous and weak, but before I lost consciousness, the throne ejected me to the floor. I fled and told no one what happened, for fear of being deemed tainted and banished from the village, for this was the way of my people. I tried to forget the experience, to convince myself it was my overactive imagination. But the visions that followed said otherwise. Every night, the nightmares came. Their torment highlighted my confusion, as each morning I remembered little, fragmented images, words which made no sense, nothing more. I would have thought myself mad, if not for the strange, incomprehensible symbols I often drew in the sand. Proof that forces beyond my understanding were at work. People in my vicinity kept their distance, and I think they feared me. Over time, they learned to tolerate my unusual nature, but I was always alone, left to brood and ponder my strange fate. One winter, it all came flooding back to me. I realized the crystal throne sat not at the bottom of some ancient ruins, but at the top of a construction incomprehensible in scale. That the ruins were not ruins of some lost city or ancient castle, but a single massive tower buried deep within the earth, and buried upside down. Some unexplainable force had lifted the construction into the sky, rotated it, and driven it into the ground. In that moment of clarity, I knew one thing above all others. I had to go back to that place, for the power within was the one thing that could save Artara. Years later, I found myself a commander in the last human kingdom's militia. The king, a just man and good friend, granted me a favor for my years of loyal service. I had but one request, a small force of men and resources to return to the village of my birth and explore the tower. Preoccupied by an eroding empire, the king held little interest in ancient ruins and towers. He did, however, see the reclaiming of a long-abandoned village on the border of an ever-shrinking kingdom as a boost to the people's morale. He gave me what I requested, and his blessing. So here I am, returning to the very place which has haunted me my entire life. It is a desolate place now. Time has not been kind to my village. Most of it has rotted or been washed away. Yet the tower remains just as I remember it. I am in awe of the power within, and perhaps fearful. The men and I are setting up the camp in the village, while Cain and Maev, two of my most capable warriors, will scout the tower. Once again, I feel its call. We must uncover its secrets. We must find a way to reach the power within. If we fail, it will be the end of us.
Cain excels at protecting other party members from harm. He can wear heavy armor. While not dealing a lot of damage, he has skills that can affect the battle map for your tactical advantage or support as a paladin, something. At long last, just as impressive as I remember. I've never seen anything like this, such green, healthy looking plants. Whether by natural or enchanted means something about the soil here produces abundant life. The key to our salvation, whoever returns with the secret will be king of Artara, or queen. Is this the secret we came for, my lord? New crops? I don't think so, no. There must be something else here. Where there's one secret, there may be others. The potential here could be limitless. If you seek to uncover the secrets of this place, then we will do so. Maeve and I will scout the area before you proceed. No need for unnecessary risks. Well appreciated, your concern is unwarranted, my old friend. After all, I survived this place as a child. But you're no longer a child, my lord. You're our commander, and we swore an oath to protect you. There may be outlaws or lurkers raiding. Huh. Scoundrels are of no concern. I'm well aware my lord is a skilled fighter, but this is a matter of regulation and duty, okay? I shouldn't have to remind you of that. A commander's primary task is to command. Ours is to obey, and in this instance, assure his welfare. Maeve is right, of course. We cannot afford to lose you to some unforeseen danger, or on a long-forgotten trap. Allow us to clear the way and provide safe passage. At your discretion, old friend, but be careful. I recall an unease about this place. Strange mechanisms and statues of stone and metal. Something about the crystals. It's difficult to recall. The more I try to remember, the less clear it becomes, as if some will beyond my own works against me. I will return to the village now. Call for me once the way is clear. As you command, my lord. Normally I would allow the lady to go first, but duty calls for the strongest arm and the keenest combat sense to lead. Get behind me and stay close, fair maiden. This is gonna be a long journey. Did you already forget what happened last time you called me that? Apparently our commander's leaving and we just have two other dudes with us. So tell me more about my lord. You've known him far longer than I. Well, for one, he wasn't highborn. He earned the king's respect and his position through service and skill. I had been in the king's guard for just over 5 years when he first joined. A formidable fighter and a quick learner, he showed immediate potential. But he often had this odd, distant look in his eyes. So odd. To tell you the truth, it spooked most of the other men. And what of this tower? Does he truly seek a way to heal the land? Or are we on a fool's errand? When you spill blood with a man on the battlefield, you know his metal, Maeve. I don't know what awaits us here, but I can tell you one thing. Whatever he is seeking in this place, he believes it will help us all. That's good enough for me. Okay, I'm gonna pause here for just 1 second. I'll be right back. Alright, let's continue on our way. Sorry about that brief interlude there. I guess we're going down this way. We have torches. I don't know if we have... Can I check my inventory? Character screen? Records? No, nothing yet? Okay. By the great spirits, what is this? The water is so clear you can see straight through it. It tastes sweet too. The merchants back in the city would pay a week's wages for a picture of this. Look below. Have you ever seen fruit trees like that? I have not. It's lovely looking. Let's go take a look at the trees. If a merchant would pay a week's wage for a pitcher of that water, they'd give half their wealth for one of these things. Careful, eating strange fruit can have unexpected consequences. You didn't have any second thoughts about drinking the water here. Take a bite, they're amazing. I'll take your word for it. At least one of us will be clear-headed if they turn out to be poisonous. Ancient scroll. Your champions find a scrap of vellum half buried in the soil here. They can barely make out some of the faded text. I've traversed this vast cavern 5 times over, and know now that there is no way out. What have they done? Where are all the people? I was sitting with the quartermaster praising the gods for the fine price being offered for my crops. The next moment, everything went dark. I awoke after who knows how long to find the middle of the page is ruined, but a few lines are readable. Alanya, and I know I'll never see our little valley again. I kept the seeds from one of our plum trees and have planted them in a good spot with plenty of water. I planted 3. 1 for you, and 1 for each of our children. That's nice of him. Some gold. There's gotta be a way to, like, highlight things. No? This is a game where you have to kind of really pay attention to what's going on, watch your surroundings. Maybe there's like a graphical button to like show all things. Not there. Subtitles on, exploration speed, that's fine. Lower loading times, I have lots of RAM. Combat difficulty, slow time, that's fine. Damage values are aggregated, that's all good. Yes, I didn't need to change anything. Are we sure there's not like a thing? Toggle slow time, stance, select unit reset attack. Cancel skill, target damage labels, drag camera, we can do that. Menu back, return to the city. Oh, we can just return to the city by hitting C. Can we hit C right now? Nope. I guess we have to do some things first. Our first fight! Or something. Looks like you're right. Hi, courier. Outlaws up ahead. Something's not right. Why are they just standing there? One way or another, I'll get them to move. Get behind me. As Kane and Maeve come closer, the torchlight reveals fleshless soldiers of a long-dead kingdom. Those are no outlaws. By the great spirits, what are they? They're skeletons. Duh. Let's go fight. I don't know how to fight works in this game. We can change our party before fights? That's kind of cool. Alright, let's try this out. We can't really change our party. We only have 2 characters to start with. I'm gonna move him closer because he's our sword person. And she looks like a bow person. What is she wielding? Is she dual wielding crossbows? That seems extremely ineffective, but whatever. Okay. Let the enemies come to you. Don't rush, wait and observe. The Tower of Time. The reflex doesn't matter, only your tactical awareness and observation skills. Enemies attack the highest threats. Each enemy has a hate list. In spacebar you can see red lines showing which champion is currently targeted by each enemy. This is an important part of combat. Let Kane do his job, make all enemies focus on him, and we can slow time by hitting space. There are 2 combat stances that affect how your champions behave. Stand ground, they'll never move, and move and attack, they'll attack and move. Some skills require a second click to confirm the cast anywhere on the screen, like buffs. Do not waste mana needlessly. Alright, it regenerates slowly. Certain enemy skills will target the ground. We can move our champions out of the range or break. Okay. Each choke points natural obstacles. Gotcha. I'm gonna go hide around the corner. Do I have any skills? I have dash, stone wall, and heal self. But it looks like we did pretty good. We only took a tiny bit of damage. But there are many more coming. Okay, tactical cogitators are spar. I only call them that because Battlefleet Gothic. Okay. What's this? Stone wall? No, we don't need that. Let's use dash. He can heal himself, which is nice. He can move and shoot on her own, which I'll put on for this fight. There. Killed some more guys. We have at least 2 more archers. Oh, no, no, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. We gotta turn off move and shoot on their own before. Okay, now we can go. Ah. Surrounded. That's kind of a cool ability, actually. Oh, she got poisoned. No, I can't get to them. There we go. Uh-oh. We're on the open. Move back. There are 3 what appear to be mages or adepts or something. Okay. And go. And change your stance. You can do whatever you want now. These guys kinda hurt. Ow. Shoot the same one. Okay, we just gotta take this one out. Oh, we've almost got it. There we go. The last one, because we're kinda hurting. We found a crossbow, a vampiric hand crossbow, and also 9 gold. And we got some experience, I'm guessing? I'm not really sure how experience works in this game, to be honest. If I had not seen them with my own eyes, fought them with my own hands, dead risen from the ground, what evil is this? Such undying determination. Look there, the severed arm still twitches, intent on continuing the fight. I'm just glad they fell easily enough to blade an arrow. Perhaps we were just lucky. Next time, withdraw further back. Your bow is of no use close to the front line, and your presence only distracts me from the battle. We just dispatched the living dead and you lecture me over tactics? Really, Kane. Sometimes you take your duty and rank too far. After all, you thought they were ordinary outlaws and led us right into them. Alive or dead, they were no match for my skill with the blade. Whatever you say, Kane. Arguing with you is like talking to a stone wall. Should we go back and tell my lord about this? Not yet. We have our duty to complete. Let's continue and see what lies ahead. Oh, we can enter our party management screens now. Okay, good. You cannot sell items, but you can destroy them to recover some resources. To dismantle an item, click the item, or click dismantle and then do the item. Okay. I kind of understand how inventory works. It works like every other inventory game. Alright. So we have a new bow, a vampiric hand crossbow. We don't know how to upgrade items yet. Oh, a skill tree. I have 1 used skill point. Unused skill point, I should say. I can change to something I want. Okay. I can't get to bear traps. So I can only get... I can get Hunter's Mark? No. Oh, I see. These are higher tiers. So I need to be at least level 3 to get bear traps. At least level 4 to get Hunter's Mark. At least level 5 to get Rain of Arrows. At least level 7 to get Summon Phantom Bow. And at least level... what's that? 9 to get Headshot? I'm stuck with Arrow Barrage or Fire Arrow. And I think I'm going to go with Arrow Barrage, actually. I can make it do blind or push enemies back and give it +5 damage. What are these upper tier? I can't see what the upper tier ones do though. How much is the plan ahead? Maybe I will go fire arrows. Like explosive arrows sounds great. Alright, do it. How do I do that? There we go. You dash, stonewall, or heal wounds. We can't get either of his abilities because they're both level 2. We can do stonewall or we can do dash. I wonder if we can save points. We'll try and save. Let's see what happens. Alright. Yeah, there's gotta be a way to highlight things. X, B, nothing. Really? Tab, Shift, Alt. Guess not. Okay, so we have to kind of be careful. A little bit old school that way. We found a arcane steel axe and $5. There are remnants of a bow next to the skeleton. Apparently there was little game to be found here. Whoever this they must have died a long time ago. The bones are clean, if somewhat dusty. Okay, moving on. There's a cave here. Inside the cave, your champions see an animal that resembles a dog, only it reaches to Kane's shoulders. It is feeding savagely and ignores your party. They walk away quietly. Want to fight it? Yes, you can't. There's a teleporter here. I feel I need more people in my party. Signpost. I don't recognize any of these places. There's no way this cavern could be 14 miles wide. The place must have been on the surface at some point. Curious, so much of human history has been lost. Maybe this place will tell us about the events that brought our world to ruin. Reliving the past will bring us nothing but grief. We must look to the future to survive. If any man can see into the future, then I trust that man will be our lord. If this place is indeed a place of power, the only question that matters is how will this power be used. I hope my lord's intention and our actions, my sworn loyalty, are honorable ones. Only the spirits are all-knowing, Maeve. All the rest of us can do is live each day with duty and honor and cling tight to our ideals, no matter how much the day brings. Alright, well, I don't know where to go yet. Let's head this way first. Oh, there's gold. Maybe the X's? No, X's are just points of interest. Weary this world can be, and many is the hour that men's minds do bore. So lay your hands on Malpusia's feet and be regaled with tales of yore. Is this some kind of game? Why did these statues talk to us with silly poems? Maybe it's just the ancients' matter of writing, or maybe their locks are opened by a spoken command. Each of these statues could be a secret treasure vault. Let me give it a try, who knows? The second eye tells the tale, spake the... Great spirits, I must be losing my mind. Did you hear that? I did. What is this thing? Place your hands on it if you want. I'm not touching that thing again. The fat from the hog roasting over the fire sizzled and spat merrily. Spake the first man, tell us a tale that our minds might be distracted from our grumbling bellies. Spake the second, and tell us a tale. Spake the third, I'll tell you a tale. 'Twas a dark and windy night. 3 men sat around a campfire, under the starless skies, patiently awaiting their suppers. As the wind whipped the flames, the fat from the hog roasting over the fire sizzled and spat merrily. Spake the first man, tell us a tale that our minds may be distracted from our grumbling bellies. Wait. We're doing this again. Spake the second, I tells a tale. Spake the third, I'll tell you a tale. 'Twas a dark and windy night. 3 men sat around a campfire. Your champions listened for some time, soon realizing that this is a story that will never end. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. A relic chest. We found another bow, this one of poison. Let's take a look at our inventory. We can... that, and we can actually give him a weapon too. Now she has 2 bows. That one does some earth damage, that one does some armor penetration, and is vampiric apparently. So letter here. The parable of the little brother. Throughout our town, I am the strongest in mana. To the south, my past must be. My horse is packed, my farewell said. Yet my big brothers will not look upon me. They say that I abandoned them, that magic changes men, and I swear I will not leave till they face me again. The statue is clearly different from the others, carrying a burden on his back as if it were going somewhere. They need to look at him, but there's an enemy there. Possibly an enemy? Oh, there's the third one. Not a hard puzzle really, but there we go. The ring, remember me. It is 1 mastery. I don't really know what that means, but we'll figure that out. I'm sure mastery is some sort of stat. Let's take a look. Fine. Oh, we get stat points too. I should probably put these into something. So mastery is increases the power of all skills and mana regeneration in combat at 10 or above. Speed increases the attack speed of melee and ranged weapons. Might increases the damage of all weapons, and life increases your life, obviously. I don't really know what we should be focusing on, to be honest. Mastery? She does a lot of mastery stuff, so let's give her one of those. Maybe we'll just do those 3 like the whole time. Not really sure what to do here, in all honesty. I don't know if he needs mastery so much as he needs might, speed, and life. He's our tank. Apparently we can reset our attributes later if we need to as well, so we'll worry about that later. He can have the ring. No. She can have the ring. Okay. That's where we're at. Can I save? How do I save? There we go. Is there a quick save button? Why is caps lock on? There we go. Video 1 saved. Oh, you're saved. That's going to be it for now. We're going to end off here. We'll continue in the next video. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Especially in regards to stats and stuff like that, because I don't really know much about the game yet. Take care. I'll see you guys next time.